Hello, this is Yaakov Kronenberg from Jerusalem, and tonight I'm going to be doing another class in a series of classes on Cancer, Ascendant, and Moon in the different signs. Tonight we'll be doing the Moon in Leo. So someone, of course, who's got the moon in Leo is going to be really, as their ruling planet, they're really going to want to put themselves out front and center, to be the center of attention. Leo always wants to be the center of attention, and that's the secret desire of the moon in Leo. So, to get the Cancer always wants that emotional, security, and they get that emotional security by, when they have the moon in Leo, by being the center of attention, by everybody admiring them. They love to be admired and to be the center of attention. When you got the moon in Leo with a Cancer rising, for the most part, the moon is going to fall in the second house, which is going to give a desire for financial, for finance, for money, right? So people, they're going to use their Cancerian nature to make money. They're going to express themselves in that field because they got the second house there. We're going to talk later on. The second house is connected in astrology. Every house is connected with a different part of the body. For example, the first house is connected with the head. The second house with the neck, and it goes in that order. Third house, like the shoulders, the Gemini, the hands. Fourth house will be the chest area, the Cancer. Fifth house, Leo, the heart, etc. throughout the zodiac. And so the second house is connected to the neck and the speech. So a lot of the people have the ruler of the second house in the horoscope. They're very connected to speech. Speech is very important, how they speak. You see, we're going to show you some charts later on if people have the ruling planet in fall and detriment in the second house, and they have bad language. Some of them use bad language, or they have a bad approach to language. On the other hand, someone who's got a nice second house, they could have a beautiful melodious voice, for example. I think we did one or two charts of singers that had their ruling planet in the second house in honor and stuff like that, and they were very, very and they're melodious type of voices. And so you have to always take a look at, when you see the ruling planet in the second house, look at the speech of the person. Is going to be important. Also, it's going to talk about what they eat, right? Second house connected also with eating to a certain degree. But in any case, the main point in the moon in Leo is that the moon in Leo, they really want to be the center of attention. When you got the ruling planet like that, and they want to be important, and they want to be valued, and that's how they get their emotional security. Let's take a look at one or two charts here in my collection. Let's see who I got here. I got an actress here. Her name is a very famous actress, Julia Roberts. She's one of the most wealthiest of and the highest paid actresses in Hollywood. And if you look at her chart, it's very interesting. She's of course Cancer rising, the end of Cancer. And she's got the moon in Leo. It falls in her second house, and she's got another 4 planets in her, and she's got the stellium of 4 planets in Virgo. At least 2 of them are in Virgo, are in the second house. 3 of them are in this. Let's say. At least they're also sort of in a way working for the money also. So you got almost 5 planets working for the second house, the house of money, and 2 of them are Venus and Jupiter, 2 of the better planets, the 2 best planets. And so she's a tremendous money maker. This lady, right? You see her right away looking at her chart. she's going to, first of all, she's going to, she's going to want to be front and center, the center of attention, and things like that. And then you see that such a powerful second house, the house of money. In her chart also, what else can we say? She's also got the ruler of her career is exalted, right? The ruler of the career, the midheaven, is in Aries, and the ruler of the career is Mars in Capricorn. So she's got the ruler of the career exalted, and it makes a trine to all those 4 planets in Virgo connected to the second house. Right. Okay, and she's also got 3 planets in the 5th house, right? So her chart is basically everything in the house of money and the house of acting, right? The 5th house is acting and theatrics, and she has 3 planets there: the Sun, Mercury, and Neptune. So you see, her whole chart is built around the idea of money and theatrics. The 3 planets in the house of career, in the house of romance, as all Hollywood stars. I'm sure she's had her shares of romances, shares of marriage. She's married more than once, and I think she has 3 kids, if I'm not mistaken. I looked up on her history. She had twins plus a single child, so she's been married the last 10 years, which is pretty good for Hollywood. And she's got 3 kids, and so she does have 3 planets in the house of children. And so it's not a bad chart at all. Let's look at one other. Let's see, do I have anybody else here with Cancer in Leo? Let's see. Oh, here, there's a famous astrologer called Noel Till. He was a student of. He was a student of my teacher. I never really met him. I talked with him once or twice on the phone, but he learned with my teacher before I came there. I think a year or 2 after he left, like a year or 2 before I came. He's a number of years older than me. He's about 14 years older than me. He was born in 1936. I just tell you what he told me about what his teacher said about his chart. He's a Cancer also with the moon in Leo. It's a little bit distorted, his chart, so instead of falling in the 2nd, it falls more in his 3rd house, the house of communication. And I remember my teacher said, looking at his chart, that he told him, he was at that time, he was like an opera singer. He was hoping to have a big career in opera. And my teacher told him, from that moon in Leo, I think he went to Harvard and he had a degree, in anthropology and psychology and things like that. And my teacher said, you could be a tremendous astrologer, creative. You could be a really good astrologer and a writer and a communicator. And that meeting that they had, it actually changed his career around. It led him from being slowly giving up opera singing to becoming a full-time astrologer. And I think today he's written about 20-30 books on astrology. And I don't want to go into his whole chart, but just remember just that point that I looked at his chart and I didn't really see I especially an astrologer in it. But my teacher, he looked at it and he told them, you could be a great astrologer. And mostly I was built on this idea of the moon there in the moon in Leo in the 3rd house. And of course there's other things to take into account too, but I don't want to go into them tonight because it's beyond syllabus, and I thank everybody for